So, how was the first day of school?
It was fine, I guess. I don't know. Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Did you guys pick up on that?
Sure did.
Something's wrong.
We're gonna find out what's happening, but we'll need support. Signal the husband.
With a nice pass over to Reeves, comes across center ice.
Uh-oh, she's looking at us. What did she say?
What? Oh, sorry, sir. No one was listening.
Is it garbage night? We left the toilet seat up. What? What is it, woman? What?
Signal him again.
So, Riley, how was school?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
For this, we gave up that Brazilian helicopter pilot?
School was great, all right?
What was that? I thought you said we were gonna act casual.
Riley, is everything okay?
Sir, she just rolled her eyes at us.
All right, make a show of force. I don't want to have to put the foot down.
No, not the foot.
Riley, I do not like this new attitude.
Oh, I'll show you attitude, old
No,
man.
no, breathe.
What is your problem? Just leave me alone.
Sir, reporting high levels of sass.
Take it to DEFCON 2.
DEFCON 2.
I don't know where this disrespectful attitude came from.
You want a piece of this, Pops?
Yeah, well, look.
Prepare the foot.
Keys to safety position. Ready to launch on your command, sir.
Just shut up!
Fire!
That's it. Go to your room.
The foot is down. The foot is down.
Good job, gentlemen. That could have been a disaster.
Well, that was a disaster.
Come, fly with me, Gatinha.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Reactionnaire binti Isaha. My metric number is 2022-755-837. I am from class ED246-3A. So now I would like to make a presentation about the movie Reactionnaire, which for sure everyone loves to watch it. It is a cartoon movie and it called Inside Out. The first one is the synopsis of the movie. The Inside Out is a film about an 11-year-old girl named Riley who moved across the country from Minnesota to San Francisco with her parents. Riley experienced a transformation in her mind and in who she is as a person as she tries to adjust to her new life in San Francisco and to the difficult process of growing up. The viewer follows Riley's 5 emotions, which consist of joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust, on a journey in her mind to help her through her transition, adolescence, and to assist her in making what they think are the right decisions. The next slide is the main character of the movie. The main character in this movie is really Elphaba Anderson, an 11-year-old girl who loves hockey. She is a goofy, honest, happy, peppy, sentimental, sensitive, hockey-loving, upbeat, and slightly shy. She is a major character in this film. Her mind is the main location of it and the main priority of the movie. She is being controlled by another main character which is her 5 emotions of joy, sadness, disgust, anger, and fear, who works to navigate her life journey. Next, it's also the main character of the movie, which is Riley's 5 emotions. The first one is joy. Joy is the very essence of happiness and perkiness, and she loves to look on the bright side of things. She is the oldest of all of the emotions. The next one is the sadness. Sadness is literally the very definition of being of sorrow and gloom. She was hardly ever used because joy is the dominant emotion and didn't want Riley to be sad. The next character is anger. Anger lives in Riley's brain and works with other emotions. The next one is disgust. Disgust is highly opinionated, extremely honest, and prevent Riley from getting poisoned both physically and socially. Last is fear, who is always most prepared, ready to make lists of everything that could be possibly. The next slide is the setting of this movie. An 11-year-old girl from California, by way of Minnesota, is the primary setting for Inside Out movie. Their family used to live in Minnesota, but then they have to relocate to San Francisco. So the next one is the introduction of the movie. The title of the film Inside Out was chosen not because of its romantic and enticing tone, but because of its rich undercurrent. On the contrary, the film employs the concept of the 5 basic emotions that influence each individual's behavior. The film continually demonstrates that every living being, human or animal, is directed by their emotion in all of their decisions. These 5 emotions are joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust, and they manifest as multicolored humanized beings in the character's consciousness. Furthermore, each of the emotions appears to be equivalent, and there appears to be a general partnership between them. This refers to the active emotion status, the justice of duty over Riley's dream, or the reflective quality of critical decision making. The next slide is the relevant theoretical in child's development. So, the first one is the Sigmund Freud's theory. Sigmund Freud is one of the most recognizable figures of psychological personality theory, whose ideas are often disseminated even to an untrained audience. Freud's theory of psychoanalysis is built on several pillars, which are revealed by a detailed examination of the film Inside Out. The first of these aspects is the concept of determinism, which holds that the manifestation of the mind is predetermined. The entire film appears to be based on this concept, since a built-in system immediately sets all emotional patterns, like Riley's little cognitive beings that monitor her emotions and memory. Riley's concept of sublimation is another remarkable example of Freudian psychoanalysis. In psychology, the word refers to an individual's protective mechanism aimed at channeling extra energy into a positive channel. This strategy allows one to relieve tension while also reaching a new heights in creativity, athletics, or hobbies. Riley displayed sublimation while playing hockey when anger took over of her life. The aggressive girl, overwhelmed with negative thoughts, decided to channel her energy into athletics, which is a perfect example of sublimation.
Let's pick it up out there!
That's it!
No, freeze! Find your happy place.
Riley, what's wrong?
Let's go.
You're not gonna finish tryouts?
What's the point?
Hey, it'll be all right. Let's just
Stop saying everything will be all right.
The second theory is the Jean Piaget's theory. There are many well-known theories that analyze the evolutionary development of personality in tandem with individual growth. One of the most well-known is Piaget's theory, which describes dynamic growth as a series of alternating paces connecting with age. According to the Jean Piaget's theory, Riley is in an intermediate state between a period of concrete operation and a pace of formal operations. Theoretically, this means that the girl already has a formalized logical thinking system, but still operates with little abstract thinking. Assuming that Riley's personality and Piaget's theory are not individual personalities within individuals, but rather a comprehensive resource structured by responsibilities, there is a strong correlation between Riley's personality and the Piaget's theory. First and foremost, Riley has determined on her own, or more precisely emotionally, that her current life does not offer her joy, and hence she must return to Minnesota to get her old life back. Riley associates her worsening mental state with the transfer and her new surrounding, and as a result, she attempts to flee from home.
We're home! Riley? Riley! I'll call her cell.
Oh, this is terrible. Wait, is that someone walking towards us? Yeah, let's cross the street. It's Mom! She's onto us!
What do we do?
My bad. Riley needs to get poor memories. We keep going.
Oh no, it's Mom again. What do we do?
This is madness! He should run away!
Let's get this idea out of her head.
Stop!
Oh, great.
What do you mean it's stuck?
Now what?
No! What is this? How do we stop it?
I got it. Make her feel scared. That'll make her change her mind.
Brilliant!
I know it's brilliant. Do it.
It's working. Why isn't it working? Let me try.
Hey, you broke it.
Let me do it! Get out of here! Guys, you can't make Riley feel anything.
The last theory is the B.F. Skinner theory. B.F. Skinner theory of operant learning is another intriguing idea related to this cartoon movie. The core notion of this theory is that human or animal behavior can be conditioned by the application of stimuli that the subject may or may not find in a certain situation. Positive reinforcer awards memories of rewards, in particular, regulates an individual's behavior pattern. The fundamental aspect in this film is memory, as Riley frequently turns to deep capsules to calm herself in the face of stress in Inside Out movie. On the other side, the girl's behavior is determined by her emotions. In time of crisis, crucial emotions dictate which memory or patterns to rely on to guide Riley.
I know you don't want me to, but I miss home. I miss Minnesota. You need me to be happy, but I want my old friends and my hockey team. I want to go home. Please don't be mad.
Oh, sweetie.
We're not mad. You know what? I miss Minnesota too. I miss the woods when we took hikes.
In the backyard where you used to play.
Spring Lake, where you learned to skate. Come here.
The next slide is about what you should do in the future. As a teacher, I would like to advise my students to embrace your sadness. This is without a doubt one of the most important lessons. The other emotion in Inside Out movie were decided not to let sadness have a place in Riley's life. Riley's parents had engraved their expectation on her subconscious, which they wanted her to be always to be their happy daughter, taking everything in stride even during this tough adjustment. We all know that sadness is an unpleasant emotion, yet it is necessary. We are human and we have the right to feel a variety of emotions. It is acceptable to cry. Instead of hiding our feelings for temporary comfort, sadness helps us to listen to ourselves and process them. We are simply setting ourselves up to a future explosion if we try to ignore it. Sadness also delves into our sympathetic center and can assist us to in viewing a situation with emotional clarity. So, embrace your sadness, do not be sad, and please let out all your emotions. The second point is active listening is where it's at. As a teacher, I would like to advise my students to be an active listener. Maybe for us it is not necessary, but for those who want to let out their emotion, talk about their problem to the person they trust, maybe for them this can lighten their burden. The example that we can take from this movie is when the Bing Bong had a nervous breakdown during Sadness and Joy's inside-out journey after realizing he is losing his place in Riley's life. Joy tries to distract him from his feeling, but Sadness takes the time to listen to Bing Bong. She allows him to honestly embrace his emotions and support him for a few minutes. So, guys, being a supportive friend or partner requires attentively listening to the individual, not necessarily to answer or sway them to another situation of emotion, but simply provide a safe space. Isn't that what we want when we open up to others? Last but not least, the last slide is about the moral value and the lesson that we have learned from this movie. The moral value and lesson that we have learned in this movie is Inside Out reminds us to embrace our completeness, to give ourselves permission to not to be okay, and to allow those around us to work through their emotional realization. It is not about avoiding painful emotions, but rather about facing them in order to be honest with ourselves and progress. So, for the conclusion, is the quotes that say, our ability to feel sad is what inspires compassion and empathy in others and in ourselves. So, Inside Out has made a significant contribution to all children's mental health by normalizing and celebrating all emotions, as well as demonstrating the essential part that parents play in helping children cope with challenges in life. So I think that's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.